Hi Pisces, and welcome to your April 2022 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky coming on to talk to you about your month ahead. I hope you're all doing really well. We have such a huge and important month, a monumental month coming up for you Pisces. I'm going to be moving kind of quick today. We'll be doing intuitive messages, a week-to-week tarot forecast, and an extended reading on Patreon, which will be linked below. If it resonates, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And let's dive right in. Okay, we have the first Jupiter-Neptune conjunction happening in your sign this month. If you haven't seen the April comprehensive astrology video, check that out as I really detail it there. But yes, this is happening in your sign. It's your ruling planet, Neptune, and your traditional ruling planet of Jupiter, before Neptune was discovered, conjunct in your sign of Pisces. This is a very rare and life-changing transit for you, and it's probably going to take some of your ideas to a level that you've never seen, okay? So you're onto something big, okay? You might have an incredible psychic ability really growing here. I think that your mediumship, your empathy, your astrological knowledge, perhaps, anything that relates to more hidden or esoteric themes will really start to grow and start to help you as well. You can actually see as a Pisces person that your insight or your intuition has the answers, but also it can go different ways for different Pisces. Like, it really depends on how clear you are and how evolved and how much you've grown, because Jupiter, Neptune, and Pisces can also lead to illusions or illusions of grandeur. And it's hard for all of us, I think, right now in April to really be able to distinguish between what is, a solid idea and what is also kind of elusive in some way. So I've been recommending for many of the signs this month to really start working on their third eye activation and to begin to decalcify their pineal gland more. And how that's going to come about depends on how we've been doing for the last few years. For those of you who've been following my content for a while, you know that since about 2020, ever since January of 2020, I've been talking about sobering up. I've been talking about, getting out of these, anything, caffeine addiction or worse types of addictions that change your mindset and change the way that you perceive your surrounding environment, because that really is the root of why our intuition gets off sometimes, or why our insights become kind of outside of ourselves. So if you've kind of been able to sober up, if you've been able over February and March to let go of things that have an impact on your mental health or have an impact on your manner of perceiving your reality, you have it. Okay, congratulations. I think there's so many Pisces who have done that, and you have another full month here in April till the 29th with all planets direct to let it go. Addictions to social media, addictions to other forms of internet addiction, okay, those need to go right now. See them as a even addictions to this type of content as well. I think that that's a real thing. And as a creator of this content, I will tell you, try to use it sporadically. There's no reason to be consuming it all day, every day. Anything in your life, anything. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a drug, whether it's a media, whether it's exercise or certain foods that we're obsessed with or can't stop consuming. This is really the major threat with the Jupiter-Neptune conjunct in Pisces. There's some type of hyperconsumption or some type of psychic shift because of hyperconsumption that we have to get out of here. And that's the negative expression. The positive expression being contact with your purpose, so big and so protective in a way as well, that you almost have a surefire guarantee of expressing purpose and being in purpose. That's the positive. The negative is psychic distortion because of hyperconsumption. Ooh, that sounds ominous, but that's really the best way to put it. So there, we can all probably resonate with both sides of that equation. I don't think there's anybody who's a perfect human being, is there? We all, I think, certainly if you're in the U.S. or any, highly industrialized country, we have a consumption crisis. I think every single person does to some degree, and there's a floating scale of how intense that is for different people. But if you can start to pull back from that now, you're going to do yourself a favor. And also, just for Pisces, I think that loving yourself, loving the universe, loving the world that you're in, and not needing to criticize the others, not needing to try to change other people's lives, not needing to try to project or condescend other people. There's something condescending as well about a Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. It's kind of dogmatic. There can also be like religious fanaticism with that in the negative. If we can transcend that, we will do really, really well and have a huge degree of relevance in whatever we choose to take on. Just in April, though, for you Pisces, we do have an eclipse at the end of the month. We do have T-squares as well at the beginning of the month with Saturn and the nodes. So it's like, again, to be cliche, I believe I said this in the April video, like pressure is creating diamonds here. There's going to be some type of pressure, and you're called to have the strength, decisiveness, and adaptability. Four of Pentacles reversed, suggesting that there's a uncomfortable level of adherence or an uncomfortable level of repetitiousness and frugality becoming dominant that we need to overcome. And we need to embrace a more noble, more abundant mindset here. What do I mean by that? We need to not fear not having enough. We need to not invite those wavelengths. And we need to really trust that things are going to come through for us. Let's talk about your week-to-week Pisces. Week 1, strength rooted down by the Two of Pentacles. Okay, the strength to make the decision. I think that a lot of people have a decision to make in April. Am I going to go so hardcore with this? Do I have to push so hard? Do I have to overwhelm myself this way? Try to take the easier route. Try to pull back if you can in some way. And having the strength to do less is a big thing this month. Having the strength to make the decision, having the strength to know that things will change is where it's at in the first week of April. Week 2, Four of Pentacles reversed, rooted down by Queen of Swords. Deciding to not hold on to stuff so much. Deciding to release. Deciding to get out of your comfort zone. Deciding to make a new muscle memory. Okay. There is a new muscle memory. There's something that you can do better. There's something that's better for you. Okay. That is coming in. So we need to have space to receive that. Week 3, the Nine of Pentacles, rooted down by Four of Cups. Abundance in solitude. Abundance in being able to think stuff out. Queen of Swords and Four of Cups together is very thoughtful. It's very logical. It's very much me through my own decision-making process, having this experience of making a judgment or finding a resolution for problems in my life. And I kind of feel like you're freeing up in the third week, or you're in the third week of April seeing a new way. Ooh, kind of vague, I know, but there's a new way that you can perhaps fund your life. Okay, there's a new way, easier way that you can meet your bases. And yes, there is a bit of a phenomenon here where a lot of the signs, this is like stretching out to 2023. And we're not maybe able to implement this until then. But if you're super, super evolved, you can already implement it by April or May of 2022 or June. But if it's not really implemented by then, it's going to take another like all planets direct cycle, I think, January 2023 to really get there. But, Rome wasn't built in a day, so they say. We need another problem with Jupiter-Neptune conjunct in Pisces is a timing error, because Saturn is not anywhere in that equation. So what can happen is we can think, okay, I've got to bang the gavel today and change my life today. It's better to really formulate a well-defined, even working with the energy of Saturn when you're thinking about your dreams, your purpose, and your abundance, because that would be offsetting, right? And you guys know that that's offsetting is my thing in my astrological philosophy that I've been working on and kind of creating over these last few years. In a Jupiter-Neptune conjunction Pisces, we need to actually introduce some Saturn or Capricorn energy into that to bring it into the real world and to make it work and stand the test of time. So preparing, I don't know, a 12-month cycle for some of you, starting in the third week of April, to get your life where you want it to be, to have an easier time, to not be fooled by grandiose or dogmatic constructs such as the dollar, okay, such as cryptocurrency. I understand these are things that we may need in our lives, but again, Jupiter-Neptune conjunct can be like, ooh, a dollar, ooh, a Bitcoin, and there's nothing more. It's like a, what's it called? It's like a glamour about the construct or a glamour about money, and it has nothing to do with life. It's like not beyond that. It's something that we have to overcome during this time and realize, yes, I need money to survive in my life, but money is not what allows me to live, okay? Making sure that we're not putting any type of inanimate construct before our heart or before our soul, okay? That's deeply important with this. And we, I think, have to see through the charades, and we have to see through the BS of people who are pushing certain products or pushing certain inanimate constructs like that as the basis of life or as the basis of survival, because they are not, okay? That's a dogma. That's it's a cultish type of mentality, and we need to start innovating better ways to build life, okay? That's very evocative of the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces, that little dialogue there. But what you as a Pisces, I think, can do is kind of show us or kind of tell us about some of the dreams you're having. How could it work? How could you create a life that demonstrates how you use these things or how you create space for these constructs, but you aren't owned by them, okay? Week 4, 8 of Wands, rooted down by King of Wands. Beautiful, incredible, abundance, windfall, creativity, creative projects, art projects, so good for you. Do that record now, Pisces. Do that collage. Do that work for the gallery. Do that, open that gallery. Do this art thing. I feel like you're really being called, if you are an artist, to express this, okay? It's going to really activate you, I think, in the 4th week of April. I think there's a muse there for all Pisces people. And let's talk more about that in your extended reading on Patreon, Pisces. We'll talk more about creativity, muse, and the things that matter in life, okay? And I'll get a central theme to supporting themes, and we'll see what's coming up. Have a wonderful month. The Patreon page should be linked in the center of the screen and below. I do weekly tea chats, and you get all these readings early, ad-free, and extended with the one membership. You get all of them, all the signs, and it's a great value. So come check it out. Have a beautiful month, Pisces. Bye.